Today is 26th of March 2023. I'm your self-sufficient farmer from Nigeria. I farm to grow food for my family to eat. I love the idea of growing my own food and eating it. And I'm in control of the quality of food I eat, right? The quality of food we eat. Everything on my farm is organic. We don't use any chemicals as fertilizer or pesticide. We use natural fertilizers and pesticides on this farm. And the reason I do this updates on social media is to show my journey, which we started about 2 years ago on this farming enterprise, and to encourage everybody out there that you can also be a farmer. You don't need to know anything about it at the beginning. Just like me, I didn't know anything about it, but I had a lot of determination. And before I start on any particular area of farming, I will first do a lot of research to learn. And my primary research tool is YouTube. I tell you that YouTube is your best teacher. YouTube is an amazing repository of knowledge. You can learn almost anything how to do anything on YouTube. And that's what I do. I've learned so much on farming and other things on YouTube. So I want to encourage you to do the same. So this is a weekly update. This is the first weekly update I'll be giving on the farm generally. I will give you updates on the various areas of the farm. We have both animals and plants on this farm. So I will give you short updates on each of those areas. So follow me and let's do these updates. This is an update on our tilapia farming. Actually, this is the latest addition to the farm. We only introduced the juvenile tilapia into this pond yesterday. We ordered 500 juveniles from another farmer and introduced them into the pond yesterday. This pond is not very big, as we can see. It's only 15 feet by 25 feet. But that's enough to take a few thousands, perhaps up to 10,000 of tilapia fish. Why tilapia? Catfish is the more popular fish in Nigeria. But my wife and I prefer tilapia fish. We like the taste better. And it does not have as much cholesterol as catfish. That's why we went for tilapia. And the farmer that we bought this from gave us some introductory lessons yesterday. And I was a bit surprised to find that tilapia fish eat a lot of plants, but they are omnivores. They also eat flesh. Okay? And also the second thing that surprised us was that the farmer was going to introduce us to various types of leaves, which he actually brought some samples to feed them. But when we found this way, when he came here and looked at the environment, you can see it's swampy. Most of the 4 of the plants he wanted to show us are actually abundant in our environment here. They are growing here. So the food for our tilapia are just lying here for us. An update on our goat farming. So this is the isolation shed of the goats. Our parent stock of goats arrived exactly 1 week ago. The parent stock we ordered were 1 male and 3 female. The male, which is that guy there, is the Sokoto red breed. They are bigger and taller, but they don't have as much resistance to fly like the breeds that are native to southern Nigeria, which are the West African dwarf. So the two females with it are both West African dwarf. Okay, so we're going to cross them, and the children will have the characteristics of both. They will be bigger than the normal West African dwarf, and they will have more resistance to fly than the normal Sokoto red. So we're keeping them in isolation for 21 days while we're observing them for any sickness and treating them with vitamins and other things. And after 21 days, if they're okay, we are going to transfer them to the goat house, which I will show. So before we got those parent stock of 1 male, 3 female, and one of the female had 2 young babies with it. Okay, we've had 2 female on the farm for some time. We also had a male West African dwarf, but that one passed away some time ago. But before it passed away, it had impregnated this one. Okay, this is the original, one of the original ones we got, and we got it very young. And to our excitement, it gave birth to this young kid on Thursday, just 3 days ago. So we are very excited. So now we have a total of 9 goats on the farm, and this is an update on our chicken. We got the old Noilas last 2 weeks ago, 50 of them, and here they are, all doing well. We have not lost any. Go back. Okay, they are eating well and growing well. Okay, and the plan is we are going to put them in the house room in the same area where the goats are. The idea is for them to be able to pick the insects and ticks that normally trouble the goats. So that's why we got the Noilas, primarily one of the key reasons. Of course, we will encourage them to lay eggs when they mature to that level, and we eat the eggs, and we also manage them to reproduce so that we can have chickens to eat at home and on the farm. So here is the enclosure for ducks and guinea fowl. So let's go inside and see them. They love to have a natural environment to play in. They love it very much. So that's why we left all the greenery for them. And you can see more over there. And they also eat grass, actually, and leaves. The ducks also eat grass and leaves, so that's part of why we also left them the way things are. And they love water. Okay, they are the oldest poultry we have on this farm, and they are doing so well. The breed of these ducks is the breed that we know as being native to our environment in Nigeria, and we call them the name, actually, the proper name is Muscovy. They are Muscovy ducks. Okay, and they practically raise themselves. They are very strong, hardy animals, able to defend themselves to a large degree, and they practically raise themselves, and they lay a lot of eggs. So after every laying and hatching, we get another batch. Follow me and I'll show you the latest hatchings we have. You can see there are many babies there. There are actually probably about 15 of them. Those are the latest ones that have hatched. They're a few weeks old, and we will release them when they mature enough not to die in the water outside. Just a short update on guinea fowls. We plan to raise guinea fowls on this farm, and we started with some about 20-day olds last year, and we've butchered and eaten many of them over December. We sold some, and here these are the 2 remaining guinea fowls. Guinea fowls are native to Nigeria. And that's it for this week. Even though we were not able to cover many of the products on the farm, we didn't cover the rabbits, we didn't cover the crops and vegetables, but next week we will cover all those. I wish you a pleasant week as you start your farming journey.